Hi everyone, Magashi Talks here and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you know, I'm here to talk about my favorite interest ever, which is linguistics, the scientific study of language. On today's episode, I'll be talking about historical linguistics. I'll be providing a definition, the aim of the study, and what it really means to study historical linguistics. Why do people do this, alright? I'll then, head on to my favorite part, which is word of the day, close off, and then hope to see you guys in my next episode. Now, historical linguistics, by definition, is the study of history and language, right? Historical linguistics is also called diachronic linguistics, meaning that this is the study of how it changes over time. Not just the development, but the changes in the development of the language. Why? What's the aim of all of this? Well, the aim of historical linguistics is to study or explore the different aspects of language change. Why does language change this way? Why has it changed this way? And how often does it change? Because, everything's happening so quickly now, right? We have a lot of languages, and everything is just happening so quickly. Why is it happening so quickly? Where is it happening so quickly, right? That is the study of all of it. Further, this whole study of historical linguistics, right? It means that we get to explore or understand the current languages and the extinct languages. Now, you're probably asking yourself, extinct languages? Yeah, there are languages that we don't know about, that we've probably never heard of it because we don't really inquire, right? And no one really speaks the languages these days. How often do you get to hear Latin or Greek if, you're not in the court office or court, whatever, court something, okay? Court something, right? Because these are no longer languages that we use, right? So we get to explore the different languages now and the languages that used to be, right? And we get to learn about culture and customs because of the history and the language, right? As I said, everything is all intertwined, historical linguistics, social linguistics, culture, everything. It's just a whole circle. It's literally a whole circle of learning language because culture, customs, history, society, mind-blowing, mind-blowing, right? When we learn about the history of language, the development of it, the changes in the development and everything, we also learn how language used to sound, right? Like how a particular language, if we're studying, let's say, an individual language, we get to learn how that language used to sound or how it would have sounded today. We also get to learn how it was written or how it would have been written and used in today's world, because why would you not want to know that, right? Why would you not want to know why a language is used the way it is today as opposed to how it was used 50 years ago, however many years ago, I think it's very interesting, something worth learning, all right? How often do we use, right, languages, our home languages, right? And we have no idea what we're saying. I remember there was a time where I was talking to this person and I wrote like a whole paragraph, Kasetswana. That person responds back and says, "How my dear, can't the waring narifa?" Because na, according to me, a whole paragraph, Kasetswana. Motho a bua ka nna a bua mo nna re awa meekend fa na ke tsebile wa reng fa. I was so hurt. That just goes to show, even the languages that we use today, we somehow still find difficulty in using them because we don't really understand why they're used in that way, right? So imagine languages that have been extinct, that are extinct, not even have been, that are extinct, that we no longer use. Imagine how they would have sounded in today's society with the development of cultures, right? Development of cultures, new cultures emerging, others going extinct. I think it's very interesting, right? Let's head into my word of the day. Okay, so I chose an English word, dismantle, because I wanted to learn, well, I figured, why not learn what this word is in different languages? Because what's the point, right? I mean, you get to learn language that way by learning little words. So the word for the day is called dismantle, to take apart. And that's in English, right? Ka Setswana ke go tlhatlhamolola, to take apart. Ka Setswana, tlhatlhamolola. In Swahili, it's bambua or kongoa. I know I'm not pronouncing it properly. I listened to what Google had to say and I was like, Google, I'm gonna say it how I'm gonna say it, okay? So in Swahili, it's bambua or kongoa, right? In Arabic, it's tafkik. Tafkik in Arabic. Tafkik. To dismantle is tafkik. And lastly, in Shona is visa. So it's B-V-I-S-A, visa. So I don't know if you pronounce the V as well, but I know it's visa, which is to dismantle. I find that very interesting, guys. Shona is actually a very easy language to learn. You just need to be in the community for like a month or two, I kid you not. It's actually really quite easy to learn, to my surprise, right? So I think you guys should maybe really try it, especially if you're in South Africa. We have a lot of people in South Africa that speak Shona, and why not know what your neighbor is saying, so that you can communicate easier. I mean, they probably know Setswana or whatever they speak in the community, right? So no, why not speak Shona with your neighbor? Come on, that's an extra language for you to learn, right? But for me today, this is where I'm going to end off, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you. That's all I have to say, actually. Thank you guys very much for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.